trying not to sneeze. Um, I was going to do this inside, but this helps me get to where I need to go, which is work in the morning. Um, the last time I live streamed yesterday afternoon, and I was kind of feeling, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but I was just definitely feeling the feelings and not directing my feelings to where they could possibly go rather than to just ruminate. And I think that's most people who find themselves in times of stress will just panic, right? And just worry or stress themselves out or do something that's just not helpful to themselves. So I was also waiting on, I guess right after I live streamed, I had a meeting on Zoom. So this week I'm basically having meetings after work almost every day, and some band practice and stuff like that. So it's a busy week, and it's getting close to the end of the school year, so there's a lot of stress around all of that. And I just want to remind myself, while even though I'm going through something with my brother who is mentally ill, that it's time to lean into your habits and stick to them as much as possible. So my habits of taking care of my body, getting my sleep, making sure I'm taking my supplements, um, focusing in on visualization, which I kind of got off. And I think that, and I hate to say this, spring break is not a break for me. It's just, I don't know, maybe I need to construct my relaxation times a little bit better. But I just kind of check out literally and just like zonk out. And I don't know if that's necessarily healthy either. You know, not to say I need to be doing anything, but I definitely need to be restoring, rather than just, not doing anything. So leaning into my habits. And that's what got me so far in my life, success wise, or I would call success. Like being able to do all the fun things I want to do, time management, efficiency, like I said, doing the healthy things for myself so that I can continue to do the things I want to do. And knowing, and this might get a little woo-woo now, knowing that my brother is coming into my world. I am not letting him, not him personally, but his energy disrupt my peace. You should not allow for that. And that's one thing I think a lot of people, and maybe that's been my habit in the past, being like, you know, sensitive to others in their situations, but not letting his whirlpool of what's going on influence me. Like, in a way, he's got to come up to my standard. Okay? And if he can't, then we got to find other accommodations. Like I have posted on my mirror in the bathroom, basically stating something to that effect about time management. Don't let somebody else's chaos disrupt your peace, And he is okay where he is right now, even though I don't hear from him in the last, like I said, he left me a message around 3 yesterday afternoon, and I haven't heard from him since, even though I dropped off that clothing for him. And again, that's probably for the best. It's probably a good thing. Well, it is a good thing, not probably. It's a good thing, because he's got to focus in on his own healing, and he's got to realize it for himself, right? Meanwhile, I've got to make sure I am staying on my own schedule and making sure I'm doing my own habits rather than just reacting to what's going on with him. you know, as they say. And this is something my dad told me that his mom, my grandmother, would say, one monkey don't stop the show, right? So you just can't pause your life like that on that scale. And I'm not saying don't be empathetic, but you just can't pause your life for somebody who is having a crisis, yes, but what would they hang on to? Think of it this way. So if you're reacting to their crisis, then they don't know what to hold on to. As far as like, well, where's the anchor? Who's the anchor? You got to be the anchor, right? When you're a caregiver, you got to be the anchor. You can't just be running around, all the time, like running around with your hair on fire, because that's kind of what it was feeling like eventually. And I kind of, that's when I first put the Post-it on my mirror. I was like, I'm not going to do that. It's like, either you get it together, like, and I'm not saying this in a mean way, but all the tools, and that's what I went to sleep thinking and knowing. He's got all the tools to be successful. He just needs to activate them. He needs to do them. And I know what's holding him back is fear. Fear of the unknown. That's most people's fear anyway. But what other choice do you have? I mean, there is choice. There's always choice, and that's the thing. People delude themselves into thinking that they don't have a choice. You always have a choice. And that goes for me. So I need to start setting up my system. So I started looking in my bank accounts and stuff and tidying up some expenses and things like that. And I was like, if this is whatever's gonna happen, I gotta have all available resources to me. So that means me be a housekeeper, like I kept mentioning to him, housekeeper, to go by the apartment and tidy up things and or make sure he's okay, that kind of stuff. Because I can't do it 7 days a week. Okay? Because what's been happening is that even on a weekend, if I need a few feet away. Okay? So if his medicine's a few feet away and I'm 1 mile away, I mean, come on now. So he's got to start learning to do this. If he wants independence, and that's what he said in the session on Sunday, he's got to do it. He's got to do the things. He can't just have it both ways. He's not a child. I know that. He knows that. But what does that look like? He's never known what that looks like, right? So he's got to do it. I believe in him. I really do. I think he can do it. And that's where we are right now. So while he's still in the hospital, I went ahead, even this morning, put in, I guess, a want ad, I guess, and just started looking, like I said, at my expenses. I was like, yeah, I think I can afford somebody part-time coming in a couple of days a week at least. And then looking into other like financial ways of, supporting this. Because if I burn out, then we're both done for, right? Back to the anchor. It's like, if I'm the anchor and if I can't function, then we're definitely not gonna survive, neither one of us. So yeah, that's where we are right now. And I'm tired, and I'm like, this allergies, oh my gosh, my allergies are acting up, and I'm just trying to get back into healthy habits from spring break, because like I said, it's not like I did anything wild. I didn't go partying or anything like that. I just kind of just zeroed out. Like, seriously. And that's not good either. So I'm just trying to get back into my habits, and I'm hoping that he seriously does the habits that they're instilling in him. And just take your medicine, man. Just take your medicine. That's step one. And get your sleep. There's only 2 things that we're asking and that he needs. Take your medicine and get your sleep. All right, with that, I say take care. Have a good one, y'all. Be good out there.